So before I get started, I would like to introduce myself first. So again, I am Clarice Cortez, an applications engineer here at Maximum Solutions Corporation. And if ever you have questions about this event, you may contact me through my email flashed on your screen and through my mobile number also. Okay, so let's get started with transforming infrastructure with Autodesk Transportation Solutions. Okay, so here is our agenda for today. So first, I will be giving you a quick overview of about the tools and the workflow of our transportation projects. And then we will get into the different phases of our workflow, which is survey, planning and concept design, detailed design, virtual design and construction. And then I will be giving you a quick summary. And lastly, we will be having a Q&A or question and answer portion. So if ever that you have questions about this event, feel free to ask them in our Q&A portion here in our Zoom account. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so here at Autodesk, we make tools to help people with design challenges every day to basically make anything. So that is what the Autodesk Vision aims to address, to help people imagine, design, and create a better world. Okay, so if you don't already know, the transportation industry is very complex, costly, and also aging nowadays. But what we don't always recognize or notice is all of the innovation that comes along with it. So nowadays, we can now build more complex infrastructure with shorter time spans. And the core of this is because of building information modeling. So what exactly is BIM? So BIM, again, or building information modeling, is an intelligent 3D model-based process wherein it equips architecture, engineering, and construction professionals with the right insights and tools to more efficiently plan, design, construct, and manage buildings and infrastructure. So basically, BIM provides all the necessary information about every aspect of your project. So, this also includes the physical properties and also the behavioral properties of those components. Okay, so let me just present to you quickly the workflow or the different phases of our BIM for infrastructure. Okay, so first we have the design phase. So this also includes the detailing phase, conceptualization phase, and also the planning phase. Oh, let me just add in the surveying phase also in this part. And then you can now proceed to the building phase, which includes the simulation and construction. And lastly, the operational phase. So this is where we maintain and manage our projects. Okay, so now that I've presented to you the different phases, let's get right into the survey part. Okay, so here you can convert high precision survey to detailed topographic data. You can also utilize automation for data extraction from LiDAR scanners and also implement drone innovation to supplement context models. So now that our technology is continually progressing, we should learn how to take advantage of that. Through this hardwares like drones and scanners, we can import those directly into our software and start immediately with our conceptualization design. Okay, so let's start with conventional survey. So we can do this with the use of Autodesk Civil 3D. So in this video, this just shows you how easy it is to import survey points in our Civil 3D interface. So as you can see here, with just a few clicks and tweaks, we can import those points. And those are the points or the red dots that you can see here in the screen. And if you hover on your mouse onto those points, you can see all the necessary data that we need for each of those survey points, no? Like the point number, the description, also the location of those points. And also if we zoom in here, now we can see all of those data that we want to show in our model. No, so basically that's it, no, for importing of points in Civil 3D. No, and from there, you can start the creation of your surface and then start the design process immediately. Okay, so Autodesk actually has created a powerful and very easy to use workflow for reality capture in order to bring you a scan to BIM workflow. So Recap Pro has been designed for users with absolutely no previous experience. So we can say that it's very user friendly. And we have what we call the one-click automated workflows, which can enable you to perform powerful tasks like scan registration. So registration allows you to stitch up multiple scans into one point cloud. And also we have what we call the intelligent cleanup services. No, this is where where Recap Pro automatically detects unwanted noise in your scans. So for example, you are scanning in your site and then a random dog just walks by to your site. No, so Recap Pro can automatically erase that. No, but the most important aspect of Recap Pro is that it integrates with all of Autodesk's key AEC design creation tools. So you can bring that reality data into the data creation tool of your choice. So an example of the data creation tool is Autodesk Infraworks. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So for reality capture, using mobile LiDAR, you can use Autodesk Infraworks with Autodesk Recap Pro. So here we have automatic information extraction. So yeah, you can use Infraworks to reduce your original point cloud by 90%. And we have what we call the automatic machine recognition, where it detects all the objects in your scans, like this street sign right here. And we have also access to detect bare earth terrain, vertical point features, and also linear features. So we can automatically extract linear break lines here. You can also detail edit in cross-section view within the Infraworks interface. So mas mabilis yung pag-edit natin before transporting or importing it into Civil 3D. So here you can see that you can directly import your Infraworks model inside of Civil 3D to make more design changes and more detailed design changes there. Okay, so as for reality capture for drone and photos, you can use Autodesk Recap Pro for this one. So in this video, you can see that they are using drones to capture multiple photos for their site. And you can interpret those photos with the use of Recap Pro. So basically, this just reduces the survey effort. So this includes the time that you have to go to the site, since the drone automatically captures all of the necessary details of your site. And you can also minimize the size of your survey crew. Pwede din mag-improve yung pag data collect nyo for your survey, since you don't have to physically hike yung sites nyo. Hindi nyo kailangan pumunta through every point, unlike with conventional surveys. So flash on your screen, as you can see, ito yung output ng Recap Pro with the drone photos that was captured a while ago. So makikita natin na complete siya with all the necessary contours, and all the all the other objects present in our site. So we can be confident enough na nakuha natin yung tamang contours and other details of our site, unlike in conventional survey na malaki medyo yung human error natin for that. Okay, so moving on to conceptual planning. Okay, so here you can aggregate your data to create project context, develop parametric roadway, bridge, and drainage designs, evaluate design alternatives, perform analysis to optimize designs, and communicate your designs with videos and renderings. And take note that you can do all of this with just one single 3D model. Okay. So for context model development, you can use, again, Autodesk Infraworks for this. So you can create project context with aggregated data within just 10 minutes using what we call the model builder, which is inside Infraworks. So itong model builder na to, gumagamit siya ng USGS, Bing aerials, and also OpenStreetMaps, no, para accurate yung makukuha nating data from this. No, and if ever that you want more details, or if you have files that are more updated, no, you can aggregate your terrain, aerial photos, GIS files, CAD files, and also BIM files inside of Infraworks. So basically, you can get started quickly with the ability to add more detail as needed with Infraworks here. Okay, proceeding to roadway design. So here you can use Autodesk Infraworks and Autodesk Civil 3D here. So basically, you can import your concept plan as a basis, which is shown here. And you can import that inside of Infraworks now and start the layout of your road. No? So dito kasi sa Infraworks, pretty straightforward yung pag-layout natin ng road. No? And also you have to take note that dito sa Infraworks, more on conceptual planning siya. So hindi necessary na accurate agad yung magiging location ng points natin, like yung point of intersections. No? And dito din, pwede natin i-expand or i-create, pumili ng type of road for our model. So in this case, gumamit siya ng 4-lane road divided highway with sidewalks. And with this also, you can edit out the grading and also the material of your roads. Okay. So proceeding on to the intersections naman. So here you can choose what kind of junctions you want your intersection to be. So in this case, gumamit siya ng roundabouts. No? And you can also specify the standards of your roads here. Now, as you can see, you can change the elevation of each stations and the grading of each stations. And pwede natin extract yung kailangan nating reports out of the model agad. So we can say na accurate or consistent yung data natin. And as you can see here, we can also have access to vertical optimization. So we can also manage the cut and fill areas here, or cut and fill volumes also here. And this also includes yung super elevations natin, no? So this is calculated based on design speed. And what you can see here now is the use of traffic simulation. So dito sa Infraworks, this is shown, no, and calculated with the use of through the amount of cars that goes in and out of your model. So dito makikita natin yung blue highlighted areas. So that just means na medium yung amount ng cars that are present in that area. And then yung red, that means na meron tayong large amount of volume. No, for this also, dito sa traffic simulation natin, we can indicate also yung vehicle type, yung profiles natin, driver types also, and other variables that are important for our transport or our roads. Let me just fast forward to that point. Yan. Okay, so now once you're done with your traffic simulation and your conceptualization in Infraworks, you can then import that inside Civil 3D to create more detail and create profile views and cross-sectional views. No, if you have experienced making cross-sectional views in AutoCAD, no, you know that that takes up a lot of time since you have to do each and every cross-sectional view individually. No, dito kasi sa Infraworks, automatic siya with just a few clicks. Pwede na tayo makagawa agad ng different views from our 3D model. No, and we will have enough confidence then na accurate yung makalalabasan. Okay, so moving on to bridge design. So here you can use Autodesk Infraworks, Autodesk Inventor, and also Autodesk Revit. So as you can see here, with just a few clicks, no, pwede tayo makagawa agad ng bridge natin. So this is complete with the substructure and superstructure of our bridge. No, and just like our previous slide, pwede din tayong pumili ng type of road natin. So for this, no, ang ginamit niya is two-way, two-lane. You can also edit out your substructure. For this case, yung piers natin, pwede natin i-rotate kung ano yung gusto nating orientation. And if ever na you want to make your own custom bridge, no, with your own shape, you can use Autodesk Inventor for this. So you can specify the necessary information or dimensions. And after that, you can import it back into Infraworks for use for your bridge, just like this. Yan. Dito din sa Infraworks, we can perform line girder analysis. No? So dito, as you can see, pwede tayo mag-extract ng full report, no, for each of the girders that we perform that analysis on, just like this. And if ever that you want to add in more details for your rebars, no, you can use Autodesk Revit for that. Now we'll get into that more later. And just one point here, no, you can extract the necessary quantities also inside of Infraworks. No, for this, no, ipapakita niya yung for the bridge, for the superstructure and substructure, pinakita niya yung lahat ng quantities ng concrete and steel na kakailanganin natin. Okay, so moving on to preliminary and detailed design. So here you can design in a dynamic 3D model-based environment, design with contextual rule-based standards, produce plans that are dynamically reflects changes, collaborate across multidisciplinary design teams, and lastly, have a centralized access to project information. Okay, so for model-based design, here you can use Autodesk Vehicle Tracking and also Autodesk Civil 3D. Okay, so here you can basically design more efficiently since you can transition from 2D to 3D here. So as you can see here, no, pwede tayong mag-specify agad ng elevations, ng point of intersections, and all those necessary data for our roads. No, even sa profile view or sa cross-sectional view, you can edit them right away in Civil 3D. And you can also use this to make pipe networks or analyze pipe networks. And you can also optimize your designs with the use of rule-based standards. So you can evaluate the feasibility and impact of your roads. If you can see here, no, you can check designs against your standards. No, so kapag may lumabas na warning signs for your roads, no, that just means na hindi adequate yung nagawa nating road for this. No, so that's an easy way para alam natin kung adequate enough yung roads natin. And take note that these standards are specified by the user, no? So you can edit that out. As for intersections or junctions and also roads in general, no, pwede tayong with the use of vehicle tracking, pwede nating i-test out kung anong vehicle types yung adequate or pwedeng lumoob sa roads natin, just like in this example. Yan. So for this, yung vehicle type niya, tinest out niya kung pwede siya sa roundabout. And you can also automate your documentation and reports. And this is straight out of your 3D model. No? So, ang maganda dito, kapag alam mong tama yung 3D model, confident enough ka rin na tama yung magiging report mo. No? So, you'll have consistency and also peace of mind. Unlike dati na hindi tayo gumagamit ng BIM, no, kapag gumawa kasi tayo ng changes sa 3D or sa model natin or main model natin, kailangan natin bumalik, no, or mag-go back and forth with all of the other views para maging consistent yung data natin. So dito, dynamic na agad yung plans natin. No? And you can also minimize errors and rework. No? Besides that, meron tayong tinatawag na clash detection. No? So if you are designing pipe networks, no, meron clash detection within the Civil 3D interface para hindi na natin makita yung clashes na yun sa mismong installation and construction natin. Okay. Included din dito sa Civil 3D yung quantity takeoffs natin. So again, this is extracted straight out of the 3D model. Okay, so for plans production naman, no, again, you can use Civil 3D for this. No? Ang maganda dito, automated na yung sheet creation natin. So included dito yung pag-create ng plans, profiles, and cross-sectional views. No? And as I've said, dynamic yung view frames natin. No? This video shows you the process of that. No? Makikita natin na konti lang yung ginawa niya. And then you already have your sheet manager here, which inside of it contains the sheets, no, na extract right out of the 3D model. And dito sa video, you can see that you can add in labels, and these labels are also dynamic. No, so kapag linagay niya siya sa sheets, no, that depends on the location that you will specify. And then if you move that, magfo-follow yung content ng labels natin. Yeah, so that implies also with cross-sectional and profile views. So let me just put that back in. So as you can see here, no, konting clicks lang talaga, meron na siyang agad na cross-sectional views. And this is very handy, at least from my experience, no, na kailangan ko nga gumawa ng individual cross-sectional views dati sa AutoCAD. No, very manual, but here automatic na and more dynamic, consistent, and accurate. Okay, so moving on to bridge design. No, so here you can use Autodesk Revit for this. No, in case you want to perform rebar detailing here, you can use Autodesk Revit. So for this case, ang ginamit niya is yung area rebars natin. And here you can specify kung gusto nyong one-way or two-way. And you can also edit out the necessary data katulad ng maximum spacing, number of rebars, and also yung shape ng rebars natin and yung diameter niya. And dito din sa Revit, you can specify the dimensions of your superstructure or your substructure. No, this is for documentation basically. And hindi kasi pinakita dito sa video, but you can actually create rebars for irregularly shaped objects. No? So for example, yung piers ninyo, marami siyang curves. No, you can easily do that within the Revit interface. Okay, so moving on to virtual design and construction. Okay, so here you can perform model review, clash detection, and collaborate your project throughout. You can also create 4D and 5D simulations, and lastly, communicate the project to your owners and stakeholders. Okay, so for model review, you can use Autodesk Navisworks for this. So you can aggregate your data, collaborate across disciplines, and we have what we call the automated clash detection. Excuse me. So here, no, Navisworks automatically detects kung meron tayong clashes within our site. And what's good about this is that we can resolve that issue within the Navisworks interface. As you can see here, no, we don't have to import that back to our Civil 3D or to our other applications. No, so pwede natin siyang i-resolve right away here. Okay, so for 4D and 5D simulation, again, you can use Autodesk Navisworks for this. Okay, so for 4D, modeling allows you to visualize the construction over the project duration to identify the potential spatial and temporal conflicts in your schedule. So adding a cost component to the process creates a fifth dimension, making a 5D model. So such 5D engineered models allows you to evaluate the costs and model cash flows for each of the phases of your construction. So basically, you can improve your project delivery, communications, and also identify all of the errors before the construction. So you can save time, money, and effort overall. Okay, so that's basically it for the transportation workflow. So we've seen a number of Autodesk's BIM tools for and workflows for today, which are all part of a broader portfolio for infrastructure. So as you may have seen and heard, Autodesk has great breadth and depth with BIM solutions, and these tools are designed to work together to give you a more seamless, connected workflow as your project moves from one phase to the next. Okay, so another benefit of Autodesk's portfolio is the way we offer access to our tools. So the products that you can see flashed on your screen are all part of a single solution offering called the Autodesk Architecture, Engineering, and Construction Collection, or as we call it, the AEC Collection. So the AEC Collection is a great way to access the Autodesk BIM portfolio, especially for transportation and infrastructure. Okay, so that's it for my presentation for today. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. So I will try to answer your questions as much as I can.